Ooh. All right, what is going on, people? What is going on? Uh, my bad, Haris. I gotta put that up there. I'll do that tonight. It's another email. Yep. Nope, it's not up. I gotta do that. What is going on? All right, so let's kind of get into it. The new agenda. The new agenda. Hold on a second. All right. This is what I've been going through. One thing I've noticed is when I talk about real business topics, like today, I put up a video on Savage Finance. I thought it was a pretty solid video talking about a tactic that you can use, and people are looking for the esoteric, the slick, the fresh, the new. And one of the things that I need to tell you guys is we're going to get a lot of old school tactics because they work. I mean, I'm going to teach you stuff that works. I'm not going to teach you something that is, quote, a theory. Um, I don't, because I knew that when I went to this thing, when I went to this new change, I knew disruptive mail. Let's talk about that. I deleted the Facebook groups. Well, one Facebook group is because essentially with Facebook, you have to remove all the members before you can delete the group. You just can't like delete it. So I got that going on. Essentially, disruptive mail. Let's talk about disruptive mail and OnlyFans. And I know I got some people who were pissed about that. Um, it is not in alignment with the greater goal. It is not in alignment. So I'm getting rid of the free stuff. I'm getting rid of the groups. I'm getting rid of disruptive mail. If I were to start a new men's only channel, I will be talking about the money because here's the thing. People, men folk wanted the access to easy trim. They wanted tactics and and one of the things that I failed to realize, I failed to serve you guys, was teaching you that when I was running those tactics and protocols, my money was good. My money was right. I was economically stable. In the year 2011, I made so much money that I actually kind of retired. And that has not been the focal point. That hasn't been the focal point. And it is now the focal point because I had a heart attack in 2019. Did I move? Did I lose my cars? Did the bill? No, none of that happened. So this stuff works, but it ain't sexy. It ain't sexy, and that's what people are looking for. They're looking for the sexy, the new, and they don't want to do the things that are required to build a business. So I've made a big adjustment to my content, to my training, and essentially I fully expect the views to go down because I'm talking about real stuff. I'm talking about real business. Like the videos, they're going to change a little bit. I'm going to be talking about, like, one of the things we're going to do, and I haven't figured out what kind of business, but it's going to be for the art of holding corporate citizens. I'm going to start a business in the industry that I've never done before to show you that these things work. And I'm going to lay out the beginning from the corporate paperwork, from the banking to the website. I'm going to lay all that stuff out as an example that these principles work. The most meaningful things typically aren't sexy. Hey, one of the big things is with this, and I'm real serious about, if I can help 100,000 people start a new business with a net profit of 250,000, I've done a lot of good in the world. I've done a lot of good in the world. I'm going to get my angel wings, because if I can teach and help 100,000 people get up to that $250,000 range, I'm going to impact millions of people. Millions. Because each one of those entrepreneurs is going to hire someone, is going to help out their family, they're going to help out their community, they're going to buy stuff, they're going to live well. So it is, a big, ambitious goal. And like, I know a lot of guys were really upset with the cancellation of Disruptive Mail and I understand if you have to go, I understand if you don't want to mess with me no more. But essentially, there is a greater goal, because I'm about to be 100% transparent. I make more in one day from the corporate toolbox than I do in a month. And I had to really look at my energy. I had to look at where my time was focused. So I can go ahead and create a video, do the research, and throw it up on Disruptive Mail. And it's only going to go so far, because I'm an older guy. The channels, the male channels that are doing well, they're young, and people want to hear that. And essentially, it's a personality game. And since I have a tendency to tell the truth, it just didn't work out. I mean, look at Savage Finance. Savage Finance has like 27, soon to be 28,000 subscribers. All of my Disruptive Mail channels put together may have had 13,000, all of them put together. So, it would be a good idea to develop as many skills as you possibly can. Yep. So, I need to put this out here. I need to talk about it and to share it. I need to share this. Yeah, because essentially there's this social media world, and there's a collective of New Jack's business owners that are teaching template businesses, and they're doing really, really well. I'm actually the counter to that. And it is, it is what it is. It is what it is. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is, trying to change the culture, change the mindset, situate it where we have more productive conversations, because there's a lot of stuff that, I have some principles, and I'm going to write a book called The Corporate Citizen. I got another book I need to write, Financial Principles, and to outlay my mindset, my agenda, my process out. I know, Matt C, but that ain't the thing. All right, Diana. Congratulations, Sauce Ben. Get started. We will be covering this stuff because one of the things I have noticed on YouTube is no one is talking about real business principles. They're talking about template businesses. They're talking about tactics. They're talking about hustles because that's what gets the views. So I am putting my flag in the sand, and I'm going to talk about business stuff. And what I assume is going to happen, at first it's going to dip. It's going to dip. Like this live stream, there's only 117 of y'all here. If I was talking about stimulus, there'd be like 300, 400 people in the room. So I understand that when we're talking about, no, I'm not like, if you bought a course at Disruptive Mail, you're going to still get it. I'm not touching that. But the YouTube channel and OnlyFans stuff will disappear. Goodfellow Nell, there will be another video, how to make money without spending money. That's going to be a series, so there'll be some more. Pretty much. So I appreciate that. Oh, there is Kevin Davis. There are so many people who are thirsty for the truth, thirsty for reality, because essentially, here's my goal. 100,000 people, help them create businesses with a net profit of 250,000. Now, why that number? That's the number that changed my life. That was the number that opened it up, because at 250, you can live well. You can live where you want, you can drive what you want, and you can pay your taxes, and you still have a lot of money to invest. Pretty much, Emperor, pretty much. I would not say developing, like stocks is not a skill. Learning a trade is a skill. Like essentially, we're going to address that, because essentially with the corporate citizen, you're going to start more than one business at a time. So you're going to have multiple businesses. So you're going to have multiple skills. So I need to work on how to explain that. Pretty much, 89 Dr. Funk, pretty much. Real business equals work. And yeah, appreciate that. 250K. This is what I'm saying, because everyone, you'll see this in these YouTube ads, and it's very disturbing that they're like, there's this one thing where they keep saying you can make all of this money, but they never tell you actually what you're doing. And they have all of these people like, hey, I just joined, and yeah, I got my first check, and I made $350 in a week or two. And I'm just sitting there like, that ain't tenable. It ain't tenable. All right, Anthony Johnson, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Pretty much. You can even live in New York and California on 250, maybe not Los Angeles or New York City. Actually, you could live there. You could live there. Pretty much. And this is the whole process, because I want to teach you guys what I have experienced, because that heart attack, like the first time I had a business and I got sick and my partner developed colon cancer, We literally were out of business because there was no way to systemize it. There was no way to process it. So when we both were out, the business shut down. And then when I had that heart attack, business kept going, even though I did not work for 5 months. I did not work for 5 months. And I want to share that experience with people, get more people to that level where they have businesses that are making money. No, it ain't worth dealing with day trading. You know, day trading has a 99% failure rate. Yes, this is why you see a lot of stuff in the comment sections. You can. Yep. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out here that's just designed that sells to you on an emotional level just to get your money. I don't know. You know, I got some ideals. I got some ideals. Hustle porn is very addictive. It's very addictive. 750 credit. Tanner Boma, you, I'm about to tell you something that no one else will tell you. Your credit score can only get you so much credit. If you have a 750 and low income, all you're going to get are a bunch of low limit credit cards. So what you need to do, having a 750 credit score is good, but you need to up your income. I'm about to tell you a story of a friend of mine who has an 800 credit score, but he has a $1.5 million a year income. He was able to leverage that to 10 million. So it's good that you have good credit, but you need the accompanying income to go along with it. And that's gonna how you can max out that credit score. But if you got low income, all you're gonna get is like $2, $3, $4, $5, $6,000 credit cards. Not gonna really get anything. Pretty much, man. All right, Marcus Harris, I appreciate that. Yeah, share these videos. We need as many people on the agenda as possible. Hey, I remember when my money wasn't what I want. I mean, 21 years ago, I was in a world of hurt. World of hurt. Yeah, I've lost a lot of weight. Because that's one thing I noticed when I watch my older videos. It's like, you were pretty cheeky. You're pretty cheeky. Thank you, Merlani. Yep, I had a class. Essentially, what you have to do, and I got to work on this whole situation because I got to put the recording of the class in the corporate toolbox. It's already up at the Art of Holding, but I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to get into that. Once again, credit has changed. I got a video on Savage Finance. Check it out. Credit has changed. At some point, when you do an online credit app, they're going to ask to do Plaid to check your banking activity. I predict that's coming. I know 89 Dr. Funk, because essentially when I see these ads, they're just designed to get money out of people, and they're not going to work. They're just simply not going to work. I really don't know anything about jobs, so I have no clue, no frame of reference. Yes, Alex Becker that's why he's talking about crypto, because it's very trendy, it's very hot, it's very sexy. And next time you have someone that's pumping up crypto, ask them this question. Hey man, it's good that you like crypto. How much really money have you made off crypto? And see what they say. Big booty Betty, pretty much, pretty much. Well, yeah, because essentially, let's talk about this. Starting a business is hard. Learning how to sell is hard. learning how to market is hard. And this is why I know that the views are gonna drop, because I'm gonna be talking about some hard stuff. I have my FICO, and when I go to my FICO, it still says FICO 8. So the adaptation of FICO 10 is taking a little time. The best time to invest in crypto was like 2010. That was the best time to invest in it. But, we're going to be talking about, 100,000 new businesses. And essentially, this is what led me to tear my business apart, because I had a lot of stuff that was going on. Like, my business was set up for warm traffic, and we'll be talking about that a lot. And essentially, because you guys watch the YouTube videos, you got to ask questions in the comments. This is why it worked. The way my business was set up for warm traffic would not work for cold traffic. It just wouldn't. Even been, because crypto is the hot new thing. But remember the ab roller made hundreds of millions of dollars, except one thing: it didn't work. But it had great marketing behind it. The ab roller, Suzanne Summers, remember that? Yeah, most lenders still on FICO 8, man. So we're going to be talking about that. One of the things is, this is one of the reasons that I'm going to do the experiment of starting a business from scratch, because essentially there's another component that I need to get started. I need to bring on people and talk about to business owners and ask them about their business and how they get started. That's another component. Warm traffic, YouTube traffic, like, I sell all my products to a warm audience. They know who I am. They know what I do. They know who I am. So, like, give you an example. When I launched The Art of Holding, I sold more in one day than I did in 4 weeks of selling to a cold traffic and spending money. And this traffic I got, I didn't have to spend any money. So a warm traffic is someone that knows who you are. Like, if you develop a YouTube channel, a podcast, or potentially a Facebook group, and you go ahead and sell to that audience, that's a warm audience. Cold audience, they don't know who you are. They just like, why is this guy interrupting my YouTube ad? And that's a cold audience. The Thigh Master, the Ab Roller, these things did not work, but they made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they did not work. They didn't work. The Ab Roller had fantastic marketing. And this kind of reminds me of a conversation when I was in my writing group. There was a lot of talk about, oh God, what is her name? Zane. She used to write a lot of erotica, and Zane was one of the writers that actually got $1 million contracts. And I said, if you do the same kind of marketing that she does for your books, you'll get similar results. So we got to talk about a lot about marketing. Yep, it's closed. Die Master. All right, Ground Awakeners, stack that cash, stack that cash. Yeah, you have to give a piece, and they have to create a sense of urgency. It is just totally different selling to cold traffic than it is warm traffic. YouTube channel, podcast, Facebook group, Instagram page, something like that. The oh yeah, the shaking hand way, those things were crazy, man. Yeah, because essentially, I have 3 YouTube channels. I've repurposed Disruptive Mail to the YouTube channel, and I know the views are going to be horrible for a few months, but I don't care because that is bringing stuff that's in alignment. Yep. Riddick Zane got a couple of books. Like I said, she did a really good job of putting herself out there and marketing herself. There's a Zane YouTube channel. I didn't know she had a YouTube channel. That's funny. Ultra high net worth individuals. Hey, yep, Galaxy it is. Plus, I have another announcement because we're going to be teaching people about real business. None of this template stuff. Sauce. I had a bit of active following when I was doing credit consulting repair, and I can definitely agree that selling to people that already follow you is insanely easy. Yes, yes, yes. It's a totally different thing, and we're going to talk about how to set up your business for warm traffic. I got a lot of ideals. I got a lot of things I need to work on. That's why I can't believe a marketer is doing a good job if he or she is broke. There are many people who claim to be marketers, but don't know how to be marketers. Because if you're a good marketer, you're moving products. Even if it's a crappy product, you're moving products if you're a good marketer. Zane Skinamax? There's a Skinamax? I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up. I never bought porn in Skinamax HD. Skinamax HD is Canadian English channel specific that broadcasts pornographic. That that is blowing my mind. That is blowing my mind. Oh man, that is blowing my mind. I didn't even know that existed. I did not even know that existed. No, there's an actual Skinamax. There's a real Skinamax. I had to look it up because I was like, Skinamax? There's a real Skinamax. And we're going to be talking about a lot of different business models. We're going to be, because we're going to be talking about what I'm going to be talking about on the YouTube channel now is how to make money with YouTube. You can make money with Instagram. You can make money with Facebook. We're going to be talking about, how to, a lot of stuff is going to be coming down. Yeah, it is called Skinamax. Who knew? I didn't even know that the thing existed. Skinamax is a real cable channel. Yes, Skinamax is real. Skinamax, it showed porn. Like, when you go to a hotel and you can buy pornographic movies in the hotel. Yeah, I never did that. I never knew it existed. I never that is blowing my mind. But we're going to be talking about real business principles. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that corresponds with real business because right now there's a lot of template stuff. And I understand why there's a lot of template stuff because the template stuff can be faster. Like right now there's Hood Estates, there's Alex Good Energy, and they're all talking about getting people into trucking businesses. One of my amends, he has a truck. And a lot of people are getting in the trucking business. So barriers are being broken down and people are getting into these businesses because Alex Good Energy and Hood Estates teach you how to buy a truck, how to hire a driver and get it on the road and make some money. And that could be, but this is funny. There's a guy here on YouTube. He's just put out a course about trucking, and he was talking. He's got like 10 trucks, I believe. And he said what his monthly net profit was after expenses. And it kind of floored me because my net profit is higher, and I don't have none of the expenses that he has. I'm just sitting there. So, we're going to be talking about net profit, starting businesses. Google auto detailing channels. It will blow your mind. Auto detailing channels, cleaning channels do really, really well. And we're going to be talking about this because when I get to the YouTube stuff, because tomorrow is a big day because I got a lot of emails and stuff, and I got a lot of updates to do. But essentially, what I'm doing is I am clearing the path and sharpening my focus. Like I said, I know a lot of people were pissed that Disruptive Mail is gone because, if I do another mail channel, it's going to be focusing on building yourself up economically first. And this is how I was able to pull off the stuff. This is how my girlfriend is 31. I've not dated a woman close to my own age 20 years. This is how I date younger women. This is how, it all starts with the economics, because the economics open the door to everything else. Everything else. The electronic tracking opens trucking up, increase the need for more drivers. Yeah, I heard that they need more drivers on there. Ground Awakeners, thanks for the $100 super chat. Appreciate that. I took a few digital marketing courses to brush up on my skills. Most of the courses are not that good. And one of the creators abandoned the group and is working on his personal brand. Here's something that you guys didn't know. If you build a strong personal brand, you can make a lot of money. I'm going to give you a YouTuber and Google her. She and her sister, Shelby Church, and her sister, I forget her name. They both have YouTube channels. They're both really young, and they're buying houses. They're making the kind of money to buy houses. And they have built very strong social brands and personal brands, because Shelby, she's a cute girl. She's got like a whack body, in my opinion. She's got one of those weird bodies, but she's really a pretty girl. She has a nice personality, and a lot of people really like her because of her personal brand. So a personal brand can do a lot for you. Pressure washing. There's a guy, Keith Kalkus. He has a landscaping channel. There's a following for landscapers. There's a following for auto. There's Summit Life. It's this guy and his wife who run a auto detailing business, and they literally drive around and wash high-end cars. There's a lot of stuff, and we're going to be talking about how to use a YouTube channel to leverage those kind of things. Instant gratification is a big hindrance to real business development. Pretty much. And this is one of the things that I am up against with teaching people, because, I got to do some work. I got to do some work. The thing about starting a YouTube channel, it seems like I would run out of stuff to talk about. It really depends upon your subject matter, because I was in the storage auction business for almost a decade, and I was able to make like 2,000 videos. So it really depends on how well you know your business and how to integrate, because all this stuff will be covered over at the YouTube stuff. Oh, you know who she? Yeah, she got a pretty face, but yeah, she's got Because when I first saw her, I was like, because she was sitting down, and I was like, she's one of those funny shaped chicks. Because, like I said, she's really pretty. She's really pretty. You would not get tired of looking at her, but that body is just she has a body like a boy. She has a body like a boy, pretty much. Engineer life skills, but once again, she has a very strong personal brand. People like her. They like her channel. They like her content. And, she's really young and she's making six figures from YouTube, plus whatever else she does. And her sister who's a real estate agent, has another channel with like 1.6 million subscribers. So essentially, you have a lot of cross pollination. And we're going to be talking about marketing because when I get to the marketing section, because there's a way that you should market a business, because I am surprised that whenever I go into a restaurant, there's nothing set up where they can get my phone number or email address. I am really surprised, because if they were to do that and developed a robust texting campaign, a marketing campaign, they would make more money. They would make a lot more money. I mean, essentially, because a lot of people feel that they can half-ass at digital marketing and they don't have to do that much. And essentially to become like, there was this guy, he was talking about Facebook advertising. He was talking about a new customer. And he just said the truth that you need to spend $5,000 just testing. This isn't $5,000 you're going to get a return on. This is $5,000 to build your pixel to buy data so you can put more money on it and make money in the future. And when he was like, man, he gets a little pushback because people want to spend money and get an instant return, which isn't really normal. Donald Trump. We're like I said, we're getting into more relatable because, like I said, like the content's changing. I'm not going to be talking about hustling and stuff like that. Incidentally, I'm getting more sales over at Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills. Like this week, I got more sales over there since I've stopped the courses for free, and and I'm not even advertising it, and people are finding that it's just cracking me up because I went in there today to send off an email to this, and I saw that I had some sales. I was like, I'm not even advertising that stuff. It's funny. It is funny. But we're going to be talking about real businesses, real business models. We're going to be talking about running campaigns. I mean, there's so much that's going to come on this channel with Savage Finance and with the YouTube channel, which I'm probably going to name because essentially I had one that was called Digital Money. And that name, I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm probably going to change the name of the YouTube channel again. But we're going to get into a lot of cooking with gas. We're going to get into a lot of business building techniques. We're going to get into a lot of different things. We're going to get into a lot of stuff and a lot of training. So we're going to be cooking with gas. We're going to be cooking with a lot of gas. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is going deep into certain topics. And we're going to be going deep into certain aspects of businesses. And, like, I'm going to probably do a series like how to get business credit for real. There's a lot of people who are talking about net 30s and stuff like this. I've got 3 business credit cards and I don't have any net 30s. I'm not doing that. So we're going to be talking about that. Goodfellow Nail, I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked. I will take you back to 2014 before I started, because I used to spend about 10 to 15,000 a month advertising videos on this channel. And it took me a minute to get up to that. But when I would spend 10,000, I would see my sales go up about 30, 40,000. And I was like, okay, all right. So there is a lot of stuff that is going on with creating. Let's see. Oh, very interesting. So, I like, until someone tells you how marketing should work, you don't understand, you don't understand. So it's going to be a line. You can put multiple channels under that one LLC, Haris. A good fella, I know, because, the first thing is, this is one of the reasons I started showing receipts. Many people don't believe that they can start a successful business. That's going to be the biggest barrier. There's a lot of really bright, smart people out there who have no confidence in self, no faith in self, none whatsoever. Pretty much fluid flows, pretty much. Yeah, because essentially my oldest business credit card that I know reports is 6 months old, and I got to wait a little. I'm gonna let it season a little bit more and see what I can do with that. Oh yeah, because essentially, we're going to be talking about more business tactics like that. Because this is something, like, if you lived in a city that was close to a distributor of a hot product and you went in and set up an account with them, you could sell their products before you bought it and then go to the distribution center and pick it up, which will enable you to make a lot of money without spending money. Well, essentially, when you start running ads, and this is something else. Essentially, if you spend $100 in the beginning, you're going to make $200. So you're going to, like, whatever you spend, you're going to get like 100% return on that spend, which is good. And then once you dial in your audience, this is when you start getting a 3%, a 3 times return. Or once you really, I got a friend, and he worked on this for like 3 years, and he's getting 9x return on his ad spend. But in the beginning, it was horrible. It was horrible. It took him a lot of time to dial that in. Amazon, like, Amazon does a lot of marketing, and then Amazon has marketing on their platform. So we're going to get into a lot of talk and stuff like this. Like, essentially, well, one of the things I do now is, I used to just like come up with an idea and do a video. Now I kind of think about videos for a few days before I make them. And I have a list where I write down the ideals and stuff. So, like, you're going to see a lot of changes. God's gift. I have an LLC with my assured name as my lawn service, but also move furniture and haul for my trailer. What you should do is divide those businesses up into multiple LLCs and track the revenue stream from each one. Selling the product makes you the most money for a YouTuber. That right there. Well, that's what a friend told me. He said, when you're marketing, you're buying data. And the data that I bought led me to literally change my whole business model around. pretty much. All right. You can do that. You can still do that. You can still do that. Amazon spends a ton of money on marketing, a ton of money on marketing. And we're going to be talking about this probably in the YouTube Super Creative. And, all right. All right. I need to go ahead and put this out there. I've had a lot of people in my inbox talking about, getting the corporate toolbox. You can get in the corporate toolbox, and what you will get is the corporate toolbox. You get the YouTube Super Creative and the Savage Financials, but there is no $150 payment plan. You can get a one payment of $7,500 or a two pay or a three pay. So the link's below for anyone that wants to get in the corporate toolbox. And what I will do is anything new that I created within a year after you buy it, you will get that. So if I come up with something new, you will get that as included. Amazon's got a server farm. Well, people really don't know how to market. That's a big part of it. Pretty much. Amazon does a lot of Google display ads, a ton of them. Yep. I mean, he's making a lot of money. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. I will see you soon. All right. Everyone have a good night. If you want to be part of the Art of Holding, links below. If you want to be part of the corporate toolbox, I opened that back up again. And yeah, that's it. So you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you later.